Huge news breaking once again, folks, in regards to the Resident Evil 2 remake. Could this tidbit of information be a very telling sign on whether or not we're going to see this at E3 2018? Let's go ahead, folks, and jump right into it, shall we?
Resident Evil 2.
Now, this is going to sound a tad ridiculous, but this is the new tidbit of information that could be a very telling sign on whether or not we're going to see the Resident Evil 2 remake fairly soon. It says multiple Japanese retailers are listing a Leon S. Kennedy RPD jacket for a late October release. Now, you might be sitting there and thinking, well, Michael, this is just Resident Evil merchandise. How is this special? I don't understand this. What does this have to really do with the Resident Evil 2 remake? Well, let's look at the timing. A late October release. And not only the timing, but supposedly this is the first RE2, Resident Evil 2 related merch since the game's announcement back in 2015. With that said, could this very well be our first look at the Resident Evil 2 remake? I mean, we go back to those rumors that came out a few weeks ago, and in those rumors they did state something along the lines of they're going to reimagine how Claire and Leon look in terms of their attires. So could this very well be our first look, our first glimpse at how they're going to reimagine Resident Evil 2 and in terms of what Leon is wearing in the Resident Evil 2 remake? Yeah, I know it sounds a little ridiculous for me to come on here and talk about merchandise, Resident Evil merchandise, and somehow correlate that with the Resident Evil 2 remake, but this is, I'd say, a little peculiar. And again, we look at the timing and it says October 2018. Let's assume, folks, that Capcom pulls that curtain back at E3 2018. And they say, hey, look, this is our reimagined version of Resident Evil 2. And then after the trailer concludes, it says coming October 2018. Wouldn't that be incredible? That would be the ideal situation. That would be an exciting situation for Capcom to say, hey, look, this is why you should care about our Resident Evil 2 remake. You know what I mean? Coming this year, and we did it right. That would be incredible. But again, we go back to this little merchandise piece here, and I think it is, in some ways, a telling sign that something is coming soon. Let me know your thoughts down below, as I like to see where the Resident Evil community stands on this. What do you think about this jacket? Do you think it's a telling sign, or do you think it's just Resident Evil merchandise? I want to thank all of you very much for watching. I appreciate all of you, and be sure to stay tuned and consider subscribing for all of the latest on the Resident Evil 2 remake, as we are just, folks, days away from E3 2018. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please consider hitting that thumbs up button, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care.